announcing the start of the second semi-final. Top of the table, Mount Pleasant versus second Bothwell. And it'll start in about 5 minutes from start now. Thank you. Barbecues are available, barbecues there, canteens there. When the raffle goes down the ground, about quarter time will go around the low wood, 3 places, and some scrolls. So when they come out, the Mount Pleasant Football Club don't raffle. Also update, the Devils have defeated Werribee 98 points to 86. So they're 12-point winners, the Devils are winners. Devils are winners.
Hello and welcome back to Mount Pleasant for the second of our huge ODFA semi-finals here, this time between Mount Pleasant and Bothwell. A direct ticket to the grand final is on the line for the winner of this contest. The loser will have to play Campania next week's prelim at Oatlands. Anthony Osborne and Nick Finlay here on the live stream. Thanks to Harrison Agent, Spendence Petroleum, IGA and the Southern Midlands Council as Mount Pleasant go inside 50 immediately. A big mark over the top taken there by Joel Hazelwood, who's an absolute spearhead of this Mounties outfit. That's a really strong confidence-building mark to start, Nick.
Yeah, good afternoon, Anthony. Great to have you up here again for the second game. And yeah, Joel Hazelwood, going for goal. One of their star forwards. He's kicked a stack of goals over these last few weeks. He's kicked 41 goals in his last 6 games.
Kick is on the way from Hazelwood to kick things off here. Just missing to the right-hand side through for a minor score. So Mount Pleasant on the board early in this game. The front runners of the competition this season, but Bothwell have shown this year, Nick, that they do have what it takes to topple the Mounties.
Absolutely. Yeah, the last game that these two teams played here, Bothwell did cause an upset and were able to come away with the win by 13 points.
Kick inside 50 there from Byers was a good one to Robson. It was urged to play on. Bothwell besetting with a couple of tackles. Pressure now on them to get this ball out of defensive 50. Robson turns tackler, and umpire Matt Phillips will come in to take the ball and throw it up inside attacking 50 for the Mounties. Decisively one down. Not gaining any great movement though. Hurried kick towards the top of the square. Down there for Mount Pleasant, but unable to get involved on that occasion was Mitch Byers. And the ball's gone out of bounds, so Mount Pleasant just trapping the ball inside their forward 50 to start this one, Nick.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, so back in round 13, sort of 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that's when Bothwell did inflict Mount Pleasant's first loss by 15 points. They started really well that quarter, kicked 5 goals to 1. Mount Pleasant need to make sure they don't let the Rabbits get away early on.
Good defensive pressure there from Bothwell. Recipient of the free kick there is Cody Morgan. Fans the ball out wide to Simon Bryant, playing his 200th game, I believe, Nick.
Yeah, correct, 200 games for Stiffy Bryant. Absolute legend of the club. It's been around for many years, and the team will lift, no doubt, for him on this big day.
Yeah, fantastic accomplishment, 200 games, amazing. Stalwart of this great club. So, Bothwell with the ball on the outer side of the ground. Long kick down the line. A couple of players fly. No one able to take it down. Jimmy Webster emerges with it at ground level. Could be lethal off half-back throughout the day. That's not his best work, though. Out of bounds on the full. And Bothwell will take it back from almost the exact spot they started that bit of play.
Yeah, the recruit of the decade, you could almost say, probably even longer. Jimmy Webster coming to Mount Pleasant, straight from St Kilda. Up here, obviously plenty of family ties and links up this way, so it's he's been a real coup to have around not just Mount Pleasant but the association in general.
Yeah, and good to see some former TSL guns out there today as well. Of course, Nat Franklin and Jake Cox in the red and the black, and John Geard out there for Mount Pleasant as well. All played some really strong TSL football for long periods of time. Ball out here on the outer ground of Mount Pleasant, just pinballing around at the moment. Players flying in everywhere. Mount Pleasant with the numbers at the back of the pack. Webster involved. Scrappy kick towards half forward. Moving the football there was Jenkins. Tied up against the line. Numbers still in favour of Mount Pleasant, but the Rabbits come in with reinforcements. Paddling the ball there along the ground. Wade Booth was involved. Umpire just lets this roll on as the two teams try and sort it out, but eventually it will require umpire intervention. So it's one behind to zip so far in this game. You can see the parade of sheep in the back paddock there just making their way down the wing.
Getting in for a good spot, I reckon, those sheep, just to watch the game.
Yeah, crowd building up beautifully here. Mount Pleasant, it's a terrific place to watch footy, and weather gods have been very fortunate to us today as that kick goes inside 50. Genuine one-on-one, a good battle there. Ball comes down at ground level. Hurried kick along the ground there from Birchall, who was crowned as the competition's best and fairest player earlier in the week, Nick.
Yeah, back in the side today, Tommy Birchall. He's been off for the last four games or so. And yes, that's right. The association best and fairest winner, 19 votes. He secured. He obviously got all those votes up until he finished playing sort of 4 rounds ago. Was able to hold on. He had Cody Morgan and Ashley Drew sort of trying to sort of match him or beat him, but well done to him.
Umpire spotted a free kick here, so another opportunity for Mount Pleasant to hit the scoreboard. Just a little overzealous there. The ball in the hands of Wade Booth. So kicking on a 45-ish degree angle. Player on the mark's about 30 metres out from goal, 35 metres perhaps. So Booth, top of his mark, looking to kick the opening goal of the contest.
Waterproof Booth, as Tubes likes to call him.
It tubes dulcet tones in a couple of weeks as Booth's kick towards goal. It's a good one. Pumps up the crowd. Mount Pleasant draw first blood. 1-1-7. Bothwell yet to score. We've played just over 5 minutes in this semi-final. And a lovely finish there from Wade Booth.
Yeah, good start to the Mounties. All the action's been up this top end of the ground so far. Good steady goal there from Booth. That's his 22nd goal for the year. Kicked 4 last week. The Mounties, of course, played Woodsdale here in the last roster game. Had a pretty convincing win. Yeah, Joel Hazel kicked 13 last week. Mitchie Byers kicked 6, and Wade 4. So continuing on his way.
Back in the middle here of Mount Pleasant, ball in the middle of the ground. Working his way through there was Davis. Now ball comes out towards us on the broadcast side of the ground. A pretty generous bounce there for the Mounties as they drive the ball inside 50, but a good mark out in front of his face there from Mitchell Ford. Ford's kick, bit of risk associated with that, kicking out the direction of Franklin. The long sleeves today, Nat Franklin, as this ball comes out towards half forward, and Birchall takes the mark out in front of himself.
Yeah, that was Schenk to Birchall, both of those players into the side today. Didn't play last week.
Birchall's going to wheel and go here. Ball that didn't quite have the elevation that I probably expected. In the end, mark taken there by Mitchell Ford. In the right back pocket for Bothwell. Kicks long down the line. And a couple of options there.
Jack Jenkins.
Jenkins with ball in hand, left boot. Kick towards the scoreboard part of the wing. Merging with the football there, back house. He goes down the line. First to it there for the Mounties is going to be Steele. He gathers. Has reinforcements further back in Bird. That's where he goes. Bird will kick the ball out to Crack. Hayden Crack has Byers on. Just goes through a couple of sets of legs. Byers emerges with the football. Handball back into a little bit of trouble. The Rabbits come in with some support. Dancing around there was Tyler Ford. Tried the shimmy and the kick, but only as far as a Mountie. Back in the middle of the ground. A little bit too much of a kick there for Craig Harback, but Jimmy Webster comes in with reinforcement. His kick is a delicate little one there into Langdale. He looks to move and go. Kicks towards goal as Langdale hits the upright for a minor score. 1-2-8 Mount Pleasant. Bothwell yet to score. Kick out in front of us in the direction there of Drew. Able to take an opportunity here through Byers. He misses.
Plenty of atmosphere here with the players talking to each other in front of the club rooms here where we are, up on the first level. You can see a bit of smoke there coming out of one of the fire pots, just to add to the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm sure the Tribunner and Campania players will stick around as well. One of the best days on the Tassie footy calendar, ODFA semi-final day. Hurry kick out of the pack. It's going to come back in. It won't, though. Really good smother there. I think the smother layer there was Bryant, the milestone man. In the middle of the ground go Bothwell. Scrappy football. Webster emerges with the ball. Nice handball out from him. Kick coming out wide in the direction of Crack. There's a couple of options on short. Decides to go towards Byers, who takes it on the second grab. Byers beckons for his forwards to present. Kicks it to the hot spot. A genuine one-on-one. The players at each other. The umpire assesses. Top of the goal square. Ball bounces back. Tumbling around here at the moment. Desperate stuff from the Bothwell defence. Mount Pleasant just caught at the back. Kick over the top. Awkward little half volley. Gathering the football there was Drew. The umpire had the call to make, and in the end decides to take it himself. Mount Pleasant trying to convince Matt Phillips that it was his.
He was quick to call it, I thought. I thought actually Drew got rid of it pretty quick, but
Hayden Crack just playing some silly buggers there with Matt Phillips. The umpire wanted none of it. As Mount Pleasant go inside 50, good grab there. Jumping up and taking the grab there was Jordan Byers. So Byers will need to kick the best part of 50 metres here. Just being straightened up on his line. Mount Pleasant leading this one early on. 1-3-9 to Bothwell yet to score. Byers to extend the lead. Crosses 50. Kick towards goal. Pretty tight. Just missing to the left-hand side. So they've had some looks here, have the Mounties, Nick Finlay.
they have. They're doing most of the attacking so far. Yeah, Johnny Byers just pushing it a bit too far there. 27 goals to his name this year. coached the side 3 or 4 years ago.
Short kick on there, finds Trent Rogers, the skipper. Rogers comes down the line. Good mark taken there by Brian. Just getting a hand to it there was Crack. Keeps the ball in motion now for Mount Pleasant. The numbers there in favour of Bothwell at ground level though. Chaplin, I should say. Kicks it up towards half forward. Ball in the hands now of Caleb Triffett. Triffett kicks out to the advantage of his teammate there. Backhouse. Tracks back. Now the numbers in favour of Mount Pleasant. Webster handballs it back into a little bit of trouble. Numbers here should support the Mounties exit from D50. An opportunity to turn defence into offence, but he spilled the beans there. Potentially a costly drop from Robson. They looked out there, Mount Pleasant, didn't they, Nick?
It did. I think the umpire did call a mark. He called it very quickly. So I think Robson's going to go back and take his kick.
Yeah, a bit of confusion. So Robson with ball in hand as a couple of players on short. Makes it pretty hard work there for Geared. Does okay though, gets it off to Harback.
Yeah, holding the ball.
Now they've
Harback.
Yeah, turn tackle up. So Bothwell with the ball. Kick up towards half forward, just getting a vital punch in there was Robson. Ball now defensive side of the centre square for the Rabbits. Good kick out there, finding speed. Fans the ball out further wide. Chance here for Bothwell to create a meaningful look, but just a
kicked it straight
bit of an error there, and going to be off to the races now. Webster, but he fumbles the football as well. Just a couple of mistakes there. Calamity of errors on the other side of the ground. Ball still in motion. Bothwell players falling in on top, and we'll have a stoppage other side of the ground. Some interesting things there.
It was. Yeah, Jimmy Webster was almost away there, but sort of tripped over himself. Wouldn't surprise me if it's a bit damp down that part of the ground.
Yeah, great conditions today, but certainly wet few legs.
I'm getting shakes to the head from Mount Pleasant personnel.
That's the accountability of having people in the commentary box for the sink. We can't get away with much today.
No.
I like it. Keeps us on our toes. Ball handball back. Mount Pleasant back in the pack here, trying to generate a bit of run and carry. They might do so now, but a really good shutdown tackle keeps things alive for the Rabbits, I should say. Numbers coming in. Tyler Ford was involved initially, so too Cody Morgan, but we'll have another stoppage.
I think that's Jay Webster there at the bottom of the pack, the younger brother of Zach and Jimmy. Zach being the coach, of course. He's not playing today. Out here, he's coaching from the bench.
Hurry kick away there from Geared towards half forward. I was going to pay that as a mark. It was a pretty good effort in the end on the third or fourth bite of the apple. Kick goes out. In the end, just punched away. Potentially two hands could have taken the mark. And Bothwell going to merge with a football. Kick there from Stacey to a hot spot at half forward. Bouncing off the pack and kicking it away. Here come the Rabbits, but she'll just bounce over the top. Ball's still alive, but it's going to roll through for a minor score.
Brody Speed was able to get that one there. There's not much of him, but he's a very talented player. As we mentioned before, won the Association Under-21 Best and Fairest Award on Monday night. 10 votes, I think he had.
So Mount Pleasant now find themselves up towards half forward. Quick ball movement here, just paddling the ball out in front now. Handball goes back only as far as Rogers, who's wrapped up. It's going to be a free kick going the way of Mount Pleasant's way. Kick towards the target inside 50 in Birchall, and he's just held onto the mark, says umpire Phillips. And Tom Birchall seems to be playing a fair bit of his time up forward so far today, Nick.
Yeah, he was named certainly in the forward line there. He's liking that sort of left forward flank. That's where he's hanging out at the moment, and a bit too strong there for Scotty Bone.
Yeah, certainly good above his head, isn't he, Tom Birchall? There's a lot of skills to his bow as he's going to have a set shot here. Difficult angle, certainly within his repertoire. Kick towards goal, always look to be fading out to the right hand side looking at the goals, and that one hits the upright for out of bounds on the full. Quick conversation between the umpires.
Yeah, not sure what happened there first. I don't know if it hit the behind post or not. First or...
So they have decided in the end.
Was it out of bounds?
Full.
Yeah.
So Bothwell to bring the ball back into play. 1-4-10 Mount Pleasant. Bothwell one behind. 15 and a half gone. An absorbing start to this contest. Sikalski takes the mark. Haven't seen too much of him so far today, but no, he's an absolute weapon when he's on. His ball goes out wide. Reinforcements now coming in. Astro thereabouts. A bit scrappy here from both teams. Legging for a kick is going to go the way of Mount Pleasant. John Geard with ball in hand. Former Glenorchy star.
Yeah, very handy pick-up for Mount Pleasant this year.
Ball comes inside 50. Mark taken. Really good stuff there. Just protected the space in front of himself.
Hazelwood.
He takes a really good mark to Hazelwood. He took that early mark in the game. Didn't quite have the journey on the kick, but another opportunity here for Hazelwood. That's going to be a fascinating matchup all afternoon, isn't it, Nick?
I think it will be. Yeah, no, he's a star, Joel Hazelwood. Good Mount Pleasant name. Plenty of history, family history with the club.
Great view of it here on the live stream. Hazelwood's kick towards goal, just fading to the left-hand side. So, opportunities going begging here for Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, they've had their chances, most definitely.
So, yeah, that matchup between Turner and Hazelwood is going to be box office viewing, I reckon. As the Rabbits bring the ball out of defensive 50. 8 minutes to go in this opening stanza. A little bit clumsy there from the Mount Pleasant player in Stevenson. Free kick going away Bothwell. Advantage pay. Ball on the outer side of the ground. Great to see so many cars starting to line up there as well. Good atmosphere building in Mount Pleasant. Dangerous spot. The umpire spotted another free kick there, and it's going to go the way of Bothwell by the looks of it. So, opportunity here for the Rabbits.
Yeah, it's a sign of a decent crowd when you've got cars down that far end of the ground, Anthony. We don't usually see them during roster matches, so yeah, terrific to see lots of people and cars here.
Yeah, good atmosphere building, that's for sure. Just tuning in, Campania got the better of Tribunner earlier today. As we go to play, Cody Morgan here with ball in hand, an opportunity to kick Bothwell's first goal of the contest. Virtually directly in front, just inside the 50-metre arc. Tight, but missing to the left-hand side for a point. So, can Bothwell just trap the ball at this end of the ground and create a couple of repeat entries and opportunities here? They certainly what Mount Pleasant have been doing at the other end. Long ball out of defensive 50. Strong mark taken out there by Webster. Moves the ball on the direction of Rowlands. Kicks into the middle to no one in particular. Drew with the football. He's stripped of it. Umpire says play on. Good tackle pressure here from both teams. Involved there was Franklin. Got the handball out, but it's going to come back by the Mounties. Kick out a little bit of space in front of Byers, who takes it almost mark. The umpire says high free kick anyway. Contact over the shoulder. Byers presenting well early in this game. There's a couple of options on short. Decides just to go out a little bit further to Birchall. Goes through his hands on that occasion. Under pressure now at the back is Rogers. Coming in with a kick was Bone. Back into the centre square of the ground. Umpire says holding the footy. Hear the calls of the home crowd. Bothwell don't like it, but the ball's back in motion. Comes out to Gear. Gear crosses the paint at 50. Long kick towards the goal front. John Gear. Brilliant stuff from John Gear. Mount Pleasant get their second, and they've certainly had easier opportunities so far, Nick, but that was a bit of class from the Mount Pleasant superstar.
Absolutely, yeah. No, Rollins, noisy Rollins, yeah, able to. I think that was his second kick of the day. His first kick didn't really hit the target, but yeah, he was able to set that up beautifully, and yeah, John Gear to running goal. 2 goals, 5-17. Mount Pleasant, Bothwell just the two behind. They haven't made the most of their opportunities yet. Bothwell, I don't think, just with the two behinds, they'd want to get on the board pretty soon. Given they're kicking that way.
Yeah, just crossing the 20-minute mark of this opening term. Absorbing game unfolding in front of us. Mount Pleasant with the early advantage. in the middle. They emerge with the football again. Coming out and taking it there is Langdale. Moves it on quickly, but not a great kick, only as far as Ford. He goes down the line there to Isles. But not a great kick, and Mount Pleasant are going to come back once again. Good mark coming back with the flight there.
Turnovers.
Birchall out in front, just laser-like boot. Birchall stuck the bits out and takes another grab. He's been a really nice hit-up target for Mount Pleasant early on in this game.
Absolutely, yeah, leading well, presenting, and getting the reward from it.
So, Thomas Birchall, genuine star of this competition. Looking to extend the Mounties' lead. Great view of it here on the stream. Right on the paint of 50. Birchall with his kick. He points to the crowd and he loves it. Now Pleasant get another. And they get a bit of a break. They go to 3-5-23. Bothwell just 2 behinds to start this game. Classy finish there from Tom Birchall after a great mark out in front.
Yeah, leading really well and presenting, and his first game back in I think about 4 games, as I said before. So yeah, great to have him out there.
Yeah, good captain's finish there from Birchall. So the challenge being thrown down to Bothwell now. Last couple of minutes of this opening term, and they find themselves 21 points in arrears as we come back into the middle of the ground. Ball goes up athletically over the top. Ball's one down. Shane. Bothwell emerge with the football. Jake Cox kicks the ball out towards half forward. Keeping the ball alive here are the Rabbits. Numbers coming in from either side for reinforcements. Cox comes in to clean up his own nest. He's pinned for throwing the football by the looks of it there. Now Pleasant fans enjoy that call.
Nicholas Davis there with the ball again. I know he's actually not going to take it, but I was going to say Davis has come back into the side after quite a period of injury.
Yeah, bring it back to Jack Stevenson. Stevenson's kick. Again, another umpire's call over the shoulder. Umpire would not pay the advantage though. Charlie Ford was out, but he'll force to bring the ball all the way back to Byers. Defensive side of centre wing. Byers, long kick towards half forward. A couple of players fly. Byers there at ground level. Good shepherd lay. But Birchall's going to emerge with the football. Wheels and goes with that left boot. Kicking to a dangerous spot on a platter for Hazelwood.
Very clever on the left from Birchall. Yeah, Hazelwood leading out. Good mark.
He read that ball beautifully, Hazelwood, didn't he? Just got to the drop of the ball magnificently. Guys, a clever kick from Birchall.
Yeah, we haven't seen Birchall up forward too much this year. He's more known for being on the ball. But yeah, good move to have him up there to start with.
So, Hazelwood had a couple of looks at it so far in this game. That one, he makes no mistake. The Mounties are on a bit of a roll here at their home ground. Another goal, this time through Hazelwood. 4-5-29 to Bothwell. 2 behinds. They're just starting to capitalise on their opportunities.
Yeah, they've certainly done what they didn't do back in round 13, where Bothwell sort of got out to a very good start, and the Mounties were having to sort of play catch-up football for the rest of the game.
It's a bit of a settler, I reckon, for Hazelwood as well. He's had a few looks at it. Hasn't quite been able to finish yet, but he made no mistake with that one.
Yeah, these two teams also played in round 3 when Pleasant kicked 7-2, 44 to 3 behinds in the first quarter.
Dying stages of the quarter. Is there still time for Mount Pleasant? Ball goes through the hands. Birchall potentially taken high. The umpire says yes. So Birchall's kick will probably be right on the siren or after it.
I reckon the siren's about to blow before he kicks it.
There it is. So Tom Birchall looking to kick his second. He's been highly influential in this opening term. They currently lead it by 27 points to take the margin above 5 goals at the first break. Birchall is going to take his time. From right on the paint of 50, Tom Birchall loves the kick. The Mounties are up and about to quarter time here at Mount Pleasant, although umpire had a couple of quick conversations. All good though. A good finish there from Tom Birchall. 5-5-35, plays 2 behinds at the first break. Nick Finlay, Mount Pleasant absorbed a bit of pressure early on. Probably missed a few opportunities, but certainly capitalised late.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they, a few behinds early on, but some sort of 3 or 4 late goals there, sort of in the last 10 minutes or so of the game to really give them the upper hand at this early stage of the game.
Yeah, Bothwell gets kick a goal. The goal kickers for Mount Pleasant though. 2 to Birchall, singles to John Geard, Wade Booth, and Joel Hazelwood. We'll take a short break here from commentary. You are tuned into the AFL Taz ODFA live stream thanks to Harrison Agents, Bennetts Petroleum, IGA and the Southern Midlands Council. Second quarter action coming up next.
Maybe mom and dad had it right all along, and we're too old to still be alone, and we ain't happy ever after all. No, I'm just saying it wouldn't be as bad as we made it out. Staying in our hometown, yeah, in our
Welcome back to Mount Pleasant. The second quarter about to get underway between the Mounties and the Rabbits on the AFL Taz ODFA live stream. Thanks to Harrison Agents, Venice Petroleum, IGA and the Southern Midlands Council. Anthony Osborne and Nick Finlay bringing you the action here from the wonderful Mount Pleasant ground. Terrific conditions for football. Great vantage spot for us up here in the broadcast position as well. Big thanks to the club and the ODFA for their hospitality. Andrew McCarthy on the camera. Nash Wilkes back in the studio. Thank you to everyone for joining in. The umpire raises the ball off to get things underway in this second quarter. Will be one in the middle of the ground. Rabbits with the opening clearance. Webster had the sit, but dealt with really well there by the Bothwell forward. The medication was speed. Good smuggle late again there by Speed. Important player in this Bothwell outfit. And ball goes back. Tough there for Langridge. Sokolski's kick. Bounce is going to be all important. Favours Bothwell in the end. Really well weighted kick. Not quite able to get to Speed. Dances around one. Loses control of the football. Potentially draws the high free kick. The umpire doesn't buy it. Over and out for a throw in.
Yeah, I like the second and third efforts there from Speed. Just getting himself into the action with a couple of players that just need to get themselves into it. I think from Bothwell, haven't seen sort of 3 or 4 of the players that I would have normally have seen.
Yeah, I can see Sokolski around this football here. He's a player who can stamp himself on. Definitely taken. Holding the footy, says the umpire. Free kick going away at Mount Pleasant. That is not going to appease the Bothwell supporters at all. So, ball in hand. It's a really good work there from Speed on the mark. He's copping a battering at the moment.
He's doing everything.
Speed.
He's doing everything, getting his head taken off and winning back the free kick.
He's going to be rewarded with a free kick here. Tell you what, we've played 90 seconds of football in this quarter, and I reckon Brody Speed feels like he's played half an hour. He has been in the middle of everything. Just takes a couple of deep breaths, he'll have a shot. Umpire telling him to get off his line. I think Brody Speed's too happy with that.
I thought he was very unlucky to not be taken a free kick for a high tackle 30 seconds ago, but what goes around comes around.
Chance here for Speed. Just inside 50, kick on the way. No mistake, points to the crowd. Great finish from Speed and reward for effort. Those couple of bits of play there, he would have had 4 or 5 efforts in each of them. Makes no mistake with the kick. Classy finish from the kid.
Spot on. Yeah, no, great addition to the side this year. Has really committed to the club throughout the year and played pretty much every game. Well done to him. That's the spark the Rabbits needed, I think, to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, their first goal of the contest, 1-8, plays Mount Pleasant 5-5-35. So we go back in the middle of the ground. Just the start the Rabbits were after, kicking to this end of the ground.
He's kicked 37 goals this year, Anthony, just throughout the year. Bags of 6 and 5 he had during the middle part of the year. Kicked 3 last week against Oaklands.
Holding the ball is the call. Free kick going the way of Bothwell. Pumps the ball long inside 50. Pack forms. Fisted away. Webster's going to be first to it. Punches it out in front of himself. Speed is thereabouts as well. Webster just gets his hand all the way. Does pretty well. The numbers here could favour Bothwell, but classy stuff there from Mount Pleasant. Combining there Davis and Langridge. They work their way down the line. Tied up against the boundary line. Of course, the lasso rule in place, so both teams trying to work their way around the boundary. Ball stays in play. Comes back in. Gathering the football there was Langridge, who was involved at the start. Umpire is going to award the free kick to
Timmy Langdale.
Yeah.
The finisher, they call him. He famously won Mount Pleasant the premiership in 2021, and kicked a goal in the dying seconds of that grand final.
Kick goes inside 50. Ball to win here at ground level. Bone got the handball back. Now coming out of defensive 50 for Bothwell. Mark taken by Chapman. This kick goes down the line. Sokolski's thereabouts, unable to take the grab. Numbers here for Mount Pleasant. Jay Webster involved. Now emerging with the football is Davis. His kick towards half forward's a good one. Ball in the hands of Mitch Byers. Byers just dinks the ball inside 50, coming over the top. Mark paid there from Bone, I think it was.
Bone. Yeah, that was a huge mark
great
in
grab.
defence.
Don't always see the mark over the top there from the defenders. That was brilliant from Bone.
And they're out here too.
This kick really important, and it works out really well. Yep, Nat Franklin has the runner. Another kick comes up towards half forward, backing back there, Sokolski. Numbers favouring Mount Pleasant with the ball, McShane. Pumps the ball towards half forward, but backing back and taking the mark there is the Bothwell player in Triffett. Comes out wide. Speed the target here. Great hands there from Brody Speed. He's putting in a great start to this second quarter. His kick towards half forward. Gets out to the back to Jake Cox, who has a couple of options to assess. His preferred option's the goals, but he misses. Golden opportunity goes beating there for Bothwell. Jake Cox missing to the right-hand side.
They're looking dangerous when they go forward now, especially coming around the wing there and able to use the ball sort of through the midfield and look a lot more settled.
You don't want to be a defender one-on-one with Jake Cox down in that 50. He's such a dangerous player.
Very dangerous.
Very experienced. Wily tight. It's an awkward bounce there. It's going to let Bothwell into the contest. Kick out towards half forward. Loopy handball there out in the direction of McShane. Does pretty well in the end, McShane, but a floating kick into the middle means Bothwell will come back. However, good smother there. Keeps the ball alive for Mount Pleasant. Ball to win here on the broadcast side of the ground. Umpire will take it back. So, pretty frenetic start to this quarter, Nick. 6 minutes in. 35 plays 9.
Yeah, Nat Franklin working really hard across half-back. Here it is again.
Involved there is Nat Franklin. Kick away. Not great purchase on the kick. Numbers here for Mount Pleasant. But stripping Brody's speed. He has inserted himself in this game in a serious way. This second quarter has been dynamic.
Absolutely. Yep.
Looks to go. Speed. Pumps the ball in the direction of Cox. Umpire says play on. Cox doesn't like the call at all. And it's punched through for a line to score.
They've been a bit stiff, Bothwell, to be honest, up here. I think that was, from our angle at least, that looked pretty clear mark. But
it was good bodywork from Cox. Bonus speed to kick up in plenty of questions. So Webster to bring the ball back into play. Not his best kick, mark taken. Now Bothwell are going to come back inside 50. Lovely kick inwards. This time the mark's paid to Jake Cox, who just shows the ball to the umpire as well. Says, I'm pretty sure I clocked that one. So,
a bit cheeky.
A little bit cheeky there from Cox. He'll have this shot here from directly in front, kicking from inside the arc. Jake Cox. Kick will be on the way, and he likes it. A little celebration, nothing too crazy. That's a crucial goal for Bothwell. They've got the last 2 goals in this game. 2-4-16 the Rabbits. Now Pleasant 5-5-35. And a good start to this quarter here from Bothwell. Jack Cox starting to get himself involved in the contest.
Yeah, they're going to have to keep chipping away at the lead. Now Pleasant's haven't changed their quarter time score, so yeah, they need to get the ball moving in their direction too a bit. That far end doesn't seem to be the scoring end so far in this game.
So we come back into the middle. Bothwell with a bit of momentum here after a really hot start for the Mounties in the opening term. Through the middle of the ground goes Harback. Sokolski overruns the ball slightly, bit of a cool bounce. Ball to win. Rabbits emerge with it, kicking into the middle of the ground, bouncing towards the outer side of the centre square. Just a little too much on the handball. Invites a bit of pressure. Bothwell emerged with the football with a couple of numbers. Kick goes towards half forward. Mark's been taken. And wheeling and going now is Bryant. Sees something he likes. Inside 50. Mark not quite taken there by Triffett. Defending grimly here at Mount Pleasant. The Rabbits are pushing the umpire and intervening.
Yeah, Triffett presented really well there. And then was able to hold Jimmy Webster up.
Ball thrown up once again. Triffett winning the tap and receiving the free kick for being held. So infringing on that occasion there was Crack. And an opportunity for Caleb Triffett to continue this hot little streak for the Rabbits.
Yeah, leading goal kicker in the competition, Caleb Triffett. 67 goals to his name. Yep, has had a terrific year.
Bothwell, sharpshooter. Chance here to kick his first goal of this semi-final. To really put the pressure on Mount Pleasant. Kick is on the way and he loves it. Bothwell, 3 in a row. 3-4-22. They cut the margin back to just 13 points. Mount Pleasant 5-5, 35. 3 goals, 2 this quarter to Bothwell. Mount Pleasant yet to hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, they've come right back. Bothwell now. 14 points the margin. Plenty of time to go in this quarter. 15 minutes.
Yeah, absorbing game of football unfolding in front of us. And right now, all the momentum with the Bothwell Rabbits.
Yeah, Bothwell did start pretty slowly last week too, even against Oatlands. Oatlands actually led a quarter time, and they had to win that game to make finals, which ultimately they didn't end up doing, of course. But they kicked 7 goals last week in their second quarter, so yeah, they do tend to come alive after quarter time.
That was a great attack on the footy there from Sikalski. Drew the free kick, handballed it off to a runner. It's Bothwell going inside 50 once again. Ball on a platter for Simon Bryant, who takes the mark. A great kick. Bryant takes it on the second juggle, the milestone man.
Yeah, they're finding plenty of avenues towards goal now. With the 4th goal kicker if he converts out of the 4 goals.
So Bryant quickly moves the ball on towards goal. Loves it straight away. The Rabbits are on a roll. 4-4-28 plays 5-5-35. Great start to this second quarter for the visitors.
We've seen Bothwell play in these second semi-finals at least for the last 2 years. Last year, of course, we were down at Campania, and they didn't win that game. They lost to Campania after only very narrowly missing out on hosting the finals last year. But in the previous year, they spectacularly upset Tribunna in the second semi. That was Tribunna's first loss for the season, and then they ended up winning the flag that year as well. So yeah, they've won the last 2 flags, and yeah, there's they are known for coming of age, towards the end of the season. They were struggling for numbers even before the season started this year. But yeah, a number of players sort of returned, and here they are.
They find themselves well and truly in this contest with all the momentum at the moment. Handball off. Sikalski tries to strip one tackle, can't get through though. Good effort there from Langridge.
Yep, umpire in exactly the right position then.
Langridge's kick, a bit of an awkward one, lands between a couple of Mounties. Umpire will have to intervene. So you can just hear the crowd through the effects mark as well. There's a great atmosphere here at Portela. Plenty of people here, Tribunna and Campania people sticking around after their game earlier in the day as well, just tuning in. Campania getting the better of the battle there. They keep themselves alive, flying high, taking the mark. Webster just held on enough. Really good grab from the veteran.
Bit of AFL class there. Taken many a mark at St Kilda over the years.
Webster, ambitious kick, does pretty well out in front of his teammate there in Schenk. Good tackle pressure there from Bothwell. I think going to be a throw. Advantage paid, says the umpire. Kick goes inside 50. Mark taken. It might be brought back.
I think it's going to be brought back.
So Hazelwood presented well and taken the grab, but it's going to be brought all the way back. They'll be forced to try and find that result again, the Mounties.
Yes, I think that must have been paid after he kicked it, but there was no advantage paid. So I think that's why it's ended up with letting Schenk take the kick.
Schenk's kick, not quite to the advantage of his forward, but does pretty well. Free kick going away of Mount Pleasant. So both teams drawing quite a few free kicks so far in this game. A chance here for Mount Pleasant from outside 50 via Joel Hazelwood to just halt a bit of momentum here from Bothwell. Try and kick their first goal of the term.
Needing to, as you say, get some of the ascendancy back their way.
Hazelwood. Bit of a floating kick. It could still be alive here for Mount Pleasant, especially if that man's involved. Tom Birchall takes the mark.
Pretty well positioned there. Wasn't the best kick that Hazelwood's ever done, but Birchall just in the right spot there, able to hang on to the mark.
Very impressive overhead, hasn't he?
Yes.
So far today.
He has. Yeah, like I said, it was surprising to see him up forward for so long in the game. Normally he's sort of in the engine room. But, given he's had 4 weeks off, that might be the strategy, just to leave him up there.
Tight angle here for Birchall. Kick is on the way.
Pushed it, has he?
He has pushed it. So, how many goals has Birchall kicked this year? Pressure without notice?
I think Roger turned around and was about to answer us.
We've said to Roger, if he wants a mic, he's more than welcome to have one.
11 goals, plus the 2 today, so 13. So,
Okay.
he kicked. He did kick 4 there in round 9. That was his best haul of the season against Campania up here.
It's a nice option to have down there as Mount Pleasant run the ball inside 50, holding the footy. Good tackle laid there on Harback. Bothwell to bring the ball out of their defence. Kick out there in the direction of Jetson. Under a bit of pressure, a bit of class there from the Rabbits on the wing. Kick goes down the line, looking in the direction of Triffett. Competition leading goal kicker and now turns tackler as well. Umpire will take the footy back. Starting the tackle there was Walker, finishing it was Triffett.
It's great to have some atmosphere here too. Obviously the 2 games being played today. It isn't common to have multiple games in ODFA. Usually it's just the 1 game.
Sorry, Nick. Spearing ball towards half forward. Chance here. Webster, handballs back into play. Just trying to work his way around. Umpire says holding the footy. Free kick going the way of the Mounties. Good defensive pressure there from Tom Steele.
Yeah, good to see him getting himself into the game.
Steele's kick is a bit of a shocker though. Straight down the throat of Franklin. He drives the ball inside 50. Out the back with the football there was Bryant holding the footy.
The ball.
And just letting him know about it as well there was Tom Steele. Getting a couple of free kicks in succession. And that one straight to the man on the mark as well. Defensively doing some good work, but just lacking a bit of poise and class there with ball in hand. It's going to work out okay. Byers with the ball on the outer side of the ground. Byers kick towards half forward. Good ball there, and mark taken by Birchall. He quickly wheels and goes and delivers the ball beautifully to Hazelwood.
Yeah, good conversion there.
So Hazelwood, 1 goal to his name so far, but quite a few looks at it.
Yeah, it's presented well. Yeah, no troubles in finding the ball, just needs to work on his execution.
Just 1 behind so far this quarter for Mount Pleasant. And they kick their opening goal of the term at the 17-minute mark. Kick is on the way from Hazelwood. The umpire has to do a lot of work, and that's through for a minor score. Still doesn't look like there's much of a breeze. May touch a little bit swirly, but not much to deal with today compared to what I hear many other days at Cortell and Nick.
It can be pretty cool and windy up here. Yes, I've been to many games up here. Played for a couple of years, as I mentioned before, 2002 and 2003. Mostly in the reserves up here. It was quite some time ago now. That was Darren Squizzy Webster was coaching, which is Zach and Jimmy and Jay's father. Makes me feel a bit old. I remember those guys running around whilst we were training. And then Darren Cage took over in 2003 and took the side to a premiership.
Ball up here on the broadcast wing. Ball just pinballing around, eventually just hacked off the ground. A couple of players scrapping away. Laying the tackle there was Jay Webster. And then you just talked about umpire Phillips intervenes. Ball thrown up. Emerging with the football there for Bothwell is Bryant. Kick inside 50 is a good looking ball. Unable to find Cox. Cox emerges with the football, gets it off to Triffitt. Triffitt with a quick kick away towards goal and through. Caleb Triffitt manufactures that goal with some quick reflexes. Bothwell kick their fifth. 5-4-34. That's 5 goals this quarter. Triffitt has 2. They trail Mount Pleasant by just 3 points.
Yeah, right back in it now. That's getting very, very interesting. Bothwell able to easily do what Mount Pleasant couldn't do for the last sort of 5 or so minutes. Plenty of opportunities for the Mounties to convert, but not able to do so. So well done there to Caleb Triffitt. That's his second goal of the game. Brody Speed, Jake Cox and Simon Bryant with 1 apiece as well. And we're back in the middle. Ashley Drew up against Hayden Crack in the ruck.
Rebate stoppage in the middle, so Caleb Triffitt, that's a really clever finish from him.
Brendan Dance there about to throw the ball up, but I think we mentioned the umpires yet, Anthony. We might do that. Brendan Dance and Matthew Phillips in field. Boundary umpires Lucas Craig and Sam Spur. And in goals we have Danny Mansfield and Malcolm Ingalls.
Terrific. Great to see. It's business end of the season for umpires as well. No doubt about that. Great to see them out there today. As this ball's in the middle, umpire will take it back once again.
Yeah, we're always appreciative, the ODFA are of the umpires division at AFL Tasmania. Gary Dunn and the team there do a great job sending two umpires up to all of our games, which is terrific.
Gear drives the ball inside 50. Direction of Hazelwood. Unable to take the mark. Good defence there from the Rabbits, but the ball's still alive here for the Mounties. Hazelwood taken off the ball. The umpire says play on as Bothwell just hack the ball out of their defensive 50. That will likely go over and out. Lasso free kick. Look to move the ball quickly to Mount Pleasant. Ticking into the last 5 minutes of this opening half.
Yeah, Bothwell just need to keep working here, just not to let him in, and they've been able to move it around pretty freely there, Mount Pleasant.
And Tom Birchall, who kicked 2 goals in that opening term, had 1 look earlier in this quarter as well. He's been lively as that lead-up kick forward, so opportunity for him now. Pretty similar spot to where he was earlier, just a touch further out. Looking to break the drought here for Mount Pleasant, yet kick a goal this quarter, just 2 behinds. It's been all Bothwell. True tale of 2 quarters so far, but can Birchall just arrest a bit of that momentum, give the Mounties a lift they need. Kick towards goal. Looks pretty good, he loves it, Tom Birchall. Classy finish from the skipper. Mount Pleasant break a run of 5 successive Bothwell goals. 6-7-43 Mount Pleasant, Bothwell 5-4-34. Dying a couple of minutes of this opening half, and just a nice little boost there for Mount Pleasant. They've certainly had their looks at it.
Yeah, amazing to think that was their first goal of the quarter. Haven't scored. What have they scored? 1 goal 2 this quarter.
Yep, 1 goal 2 this quarter for Mount Pleasant, while for Bothwell 5 goals 1. Back to the middle we go. Time still here for either side to make one last push towards goal in the term. Couple of minutes remaining. Sokolski. Clever little kick out into space. Should get the ball back to Sokolski. Great fend off as well, but he's handballed straight towards the line. Dicey start, touched off hands for a throw in. Sokolski, good head-to-head battle there with Langridge on that occasion.
He did well to not get the ball out. There's an art to that these days with the lasso rule now. But
so ball to be thrown back in play. Langridge with the footy. Gets it onto his left boot. Kick up towards centre wing. Lively at ground level there is Booth. Pretty good hands. Just keeps the ball in motion. Umpire says held without it. Free kick. And it looks like it's gone back the other way.
Reversed.
So reverse free kick in favour of Bothwell. Sokolski's on short. That's where they go. former competition best and fairest winner Jamie Sokolsky previously, from memory, or at least high up there anyway.
Yeah, hasn't won. 2022 he won the best and fairest case. Yeah, got 26 votes.
50-metre penalty here as well for Sokolsky. So we're into the last minute or so. Kicking a bit away from goal, you'd think. Sokolsky goes in short, sets a bit of a task there for speed. Basketball bounces in front of himself to try and keep it alive. Ball still here for Bothwell. Desperate stuff from Booth. Another snapping kick towards the top of the goal square mark, not taken. Now Pleasant just want to get this ball as far away from goal as possible. But the mark's been taken. Last couple of seconds in this quarter, you'd think. Dying stages. Mount Pleasant defending with everything they've got. But there might be one last roll of the dice here for Bothwell.
30 seconds is my mail. Anthony.
Kick goes inside 50. Webster comes over the top with a punch. Can Bothwell just lock this ball in, get the ball back? Umpire says play on. Ball rolls on for a stoppage. So that might be just enough time for Mount Pleasant to survive. The two timekeepers just playing a bit of silly buggers. I love it. Ball stays alive. Laying the tackle, and that will probably be the end of the quarter. Tackle laid there by Davis. An absorbing opening half here at Mount Pleasant. Half time. Mount Pleasant lead it 6-7-43 to Bothwell. I've got 5-4-34 on my scoreboard. 5-3-33 here though. Beautiful, thank you. So we will go into half time with Mount Pleasant just ahead in the contest. Absorbing game of football. Bothwell with a lot of momentum in that second quarter. Everything was Mount Pleasant early on. Go through the quick goal kickers. Tom Birchall has 3. Singles to Geard, Hazelwood and Booth. While for Bothwell, 2 goals to Caleb Triffett. Singles to Brody Speed, Simon Bryant and Jake Cox. You are tuned in to the AFL Taz ODFA live stream. Thanks to Harrison Agents, Reynolds Petroleum, IGA and the Southern Midlands Council. Anthony Osborne and Nick Finlay in the studio for you here on the comms. I should say the studio here at Mount Pleasant. We'll take a break here at half time. The second half action coming up next. Third quarter action about to get underway here at Mount Pleasant in this semi-final between the Mounties and the Rabbits. A seesawing game so far. Mount Pleasant hold the advantage at the main break, 6-7-43 to 5-4-34. This game and a direct ticket to the grand final, well and truly on the line as the umpires can make sure all the patrons have left the field of play. That's now happened. Umpire Phillips holds the ball aloft and we are underway in this third quarter. AFL Taz ODFA live stream. Semi-final action from Mount Pleasant. Thanks to Harrison Agents, Bennett's Petroleum, IGA and the Southern Midlands Council. Nick Finlay, looking forward to what this second half has to offer.
Yeah, really looking forward to this. Bothwell showed a bit of spirit there in the second quarter to come right back into the game, basically. Great speed, I thought, was outstanding, and there he is down there right now. But Mount Pleasant sort of with a steadier there late in the, late in the quarter to sort of maintain that lead, 9-point lead at the moment.
Yeah, that late goal from Birchall was super important for Mount Pleasant. Just rested a bit of that momentum, bit of a buffer again. So this ball comes out towards the wing, a bit of a foot race, hurried kick off the ground. Good composure there for Bothwell. Handball goes back in the direction of Franklin. Umpire says high contact, free kick going his way. Former Lauderdale skipper. Tassie Mariner as well.
Yeah, he's got some local connections up the Bothwell way now. So,
Speed. Yeah. Sorry there, Nick. Drives the ball inside 50. Great kick to the top.
Stiffy Bryce, I think that is. We're getting the nods, so thank you, Andrew. Stiffy Bryce going for his second goal. Children's game, of course, as we mentioned before. Yeah, massive club stalwart for the Rabbits. I think he's been around pretty much since Bothwell reformed in about 2013.
So point blank range here, the perfect start on offer for Bothwell, and he makes no mistake. They cut the margin back to 3 points. And a really good finish there from Brian. And just love the work of speed once again. Got the footy and just drove it deep inside 50 to the advantage of his forward. He has been enormous, especially since quarter time.
Yeah, great start there to the Rabbits. They've come out to play again. 3 points, just the margin now. Bothwell, of course, didn't make the grand final directly last year against Campania, as I said before. So, yeah, they were underdogs in that game. They're underdogs in this game. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
It's a really good game of footy unfolding in front of us. Good start to this quarter for Bothwell. It's Mount Pleasant. Merge with the football, kick out in front of Byers. Interesting bounce. Brought back out into the contest. He now turns tackler. Slapped along there from Ford. Bothwell merge with the football through Isles. High kick towards half forward. Sokolsky was there.
Interfered.
I reckon he'll get the free kick. Quickly dishes the ball off as they go inside 50, and with plenty of space, the mark's been taken, and another opportunity here for the Rabbits.
Yeah, it's Bailey Chaplin, I'm pretty sure. Braden Chaplin, sorry.
So inside 50 here, another chance for Braden Chaplin. And Bothwell, this would be for the lead. Kicked 6 of the last 7 to make it 7 of the last 8. Kick on the way.
Pushed it.
Has to do a fair bit of work for a point. So margin cut back to just 2 points. 6-7 plays 6-5. 3 and a bit gone in this third quarter.
Dangerous already. Bothwell doing all the attacking so far.
They certainly are. Ball out there in the direction of Webster. Merging with the football off. Speed again. It goes inside 50. The ball probably dropped what he should have taken. Keeps the ball alive though. Well, the umpire says that. No, they let that roll on. Top of the goal square. Ball alive here. Both teams quick snap over the shoulder. Just missing there from Bryant. Margin cut back to just 1 point. 6-7 plays 6-6.
Jimmy Webster a bit unlucky there, I thought, out on the halfback flank.
So Bothwell just hemming Mount Pleasant in at the moment. They're going to be rewarded once again. Good tackle laid. Chance once again for the Rabbits. Dinky kick over the top's a clever one. With plenty of space. And another opportunity here for Bothwell. Once again, it's Chapel.
Yep.
Braden variety. In the pocket. Difficult angle. But you'll give it a fair ride. Really good conditions for football here at Mount Pleasant. A chance here to either level the scores or put them in front. In the end, decides to do neither of that as the football, and it's over and out. So, quick conversation with the player on the umpire, but whether it was on the full, and it was. So Mount Pleasant bring the ball back into play. Webster. It's going to be forced to come all the way back.
I think they're bringing it back. I'm not sure if it was
just some deliberation going on here. And they've decided eventually that it will be going back. Not quite sure what that was all about, but Mount Pleasant to bring the ball back into play. It's a great shot there, those sheep in the back. They've had a great afternoon out in the back paddock. The ball comes over the top. Good mark taken.
Probably should have asked the sheep as to what was actually going on there.
Had a good front row view of it, that's for sure. So Bailey Chaplin with the ball. Kicks towards half forward, goes through a set of hands. Booth on the other end of it. Just got the footy away. Great pressure being applied here from Bothwell. Dancing his way through with speed. He drives it inside 50 once again. The tall targets are down there. Triffett can't quite reel it in. Numbers now in support at ground level for Mount Pleasant. Involved was Jack Stevenson. That ball's going to go over and out. Bothwell players pleading for insufficient intent, but it will be thrown in.
Yeah, Bothwell certainly bottling it up down there at the moment, refusing to let it get out.
There's so much on the line here today. Direct ticket through to the grand final. Loser will play Campania, who we know are a very dangerous side to come up against. Ball comes back. Good mark coming that way there for Bothwell. Pretty brave there.
Josh Isles.
So Isles will drive the ball inside 50, looking for a couple of targets, and in the end the C's just parted. The mark's been taken. Great opportunity here for Bothwell to hit the scoreboard once again. It was a good kick inside 50, and
Braden
someone
again.
who's getting his hands on the footy, Braden Chaplin.
Yeah, he's not a known goal kicker. He's only kicked 10 goals for the year, but this will be his third attempt in the last few minutes, so this is a far easier shot than his previous two. He should nail it.
So begins his approach now, does Chaplin. Not much of an angle to speak of. Kick is on the way. The umpire doesn't have to move. Great finish. And Bothwell take the lead. 7-6-48. They lead Mount Pleasant 6-7-43. The momentum of that second quarter is continued into the third here for the Rabbits.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant came out in that first quarter with a blistering start up this end, but have not continued on with it too much since then. So yeah, Bothwell certainly with the upper edge at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly do. Really impressive stuff here from Bothwell. So 5 points the difference in favour of the Rabbits. Lead for the first time today. Back in the middle. Not to the pleasure at all of the home fans. Ball going the way of Bothwell. Kick the ball out to Sokolsky on the wing. Takes a good mark. Birchall was there, but Sokolsky in the right position. Fans a handball out wide to Ford. Mitchell variety. He's beset upon. Good tackle laid there, and rewarded is Craig Harback, who's going to go off to the races now. Harback drives the ball to half forward. Goes through the hands of Ford. He'd usually take that one. Coming back the other way there was Backhouse. Merges down the line with ball in hand now. Morgan kicks towards half forward, backing back, and doing a pretty good job was Langridge. Brought the ball back to ground. Booth is going to be there. Dishes the handball off pretty quickly. Gets it off to Birchall. Worked his way up the ground a little bit now, Birchall. He finds Byers, can't quite rule the mark in. Gathers it at ground level, turns and goes. Clever use of the body there from Hazelwood. Worked his man inside out and takes the mark.
Yeah, great one-on-one mark there from Hazelwood. Yeah, Scotty Bones a fine operator, but yeah, wasn't able to spoil it as it was coming in.
Yeah, it was just clever bodywork, wasn't it? Really just worked in and around his man, and Hazelwood now has a shot on goal. He's had a few of these today. This is going for goal number 2. He's left a few out there, though. Goal that they desperately need, Mount Pleasant, to regain the lead. Always looking to the left. In the end, doesn't make the distance, and the mark's been taken by Ford. He's had probably 5 looks at it, I reckon, Nick. Hazelwood, he's presented really well.
Yeah, presented really well. Yeah, just hasn't quite converted.
His marking and bodywork's been sublime. Just not quite the finishing today, but keep creating those opportunities, no doubt about that. Outer side, wing, go the Rabbits. Build up in front of the scoreboard. Ball cut back into the middle. Not a great kick though, but spilling what he probably should have taken. There was McShane. Invites a bit of pressure and speed emerges with the football again. Overcooks the footy slightly. Ball comes out the back. Great strength there to stand up in the tackle from Cox. Got the ball away. Handball there from Webster. Birchall thereabouts as well. Ball will come back for a throw up. So it looks like Birchall a fair way up the ground. I can see an injury here in front of us too. Nick will keep an eye on that.
Yeah, indeed. Wade Booth there being helped off the ground. I didn't see what happened there, but clearly not able to play at the moment.
Bothwell tied up in the pocket, kick towards goal, ball still alive. Triffitt, recipient of the handball, if he can pick it up cleanly, he does eventually. Shrugs one tackle, gets back onto his right boot as Triffitt, but misses the lot, out of bounds on the full. It looks like Birchall's just found his way up further up the ground a couple of times in recent minutes here, Nick. Maybe a injection of him around the footy to try and get some momentum back and a bit of control.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think he needs to get into the engine room if he's able to. Spent most of his time sort of deep in the forward line.
He's got himself across half back at the moment. We'll keep an eye on his role as the game unfolds. The competition B&F winner, umpire spotted a free kick going the way of the Rabbits. So just outside attacking 50, Braden Chaplin just bobbing up with plenty of the football in this third quarter. He's had a few looks from a similar spot. He's going to be outside 50. Take a pretty good effort. He's got some tall timber down on the goal line as well. Improves the angle slightly. Lets rip towards goal and nails it! Chaplin. He's had a few looks at it. That was probably one of the more difficult ones. He makes no mistake at all. Terrific finish.
Fantastic goal. Yep. Yeah, no, he's had, as you say, lots of opportunities there. 4 shots on goal, I think, this quarter, and is now sort of found the spot, and great goal from him just then.
Yeah, 2 for the quarter, as you said, perhaps not the most likely source of goals, but in a semi-final, you get a couple of goals out of a guy like that. That's incredibly lively. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself at the moment. In Bothwell, they go to 8-6-54, Mount Pleasant 6-7-43, and miss at one end, a goal at the other.
He's only kicked multiple goals on one other occasion this year. That was in round 6 against Woodsdale. Kicked a couple of goals in that game, so as I said before, not a known goal kicker when you compare him to others in the side, Caleb Triffitt and Brody Speed, Simon Bryant.
He's Jake Cox made his mark on this game in this quarter, no doubt about that at all. As Bothwell work their way through a couple of good handballs, and now they're going to go forward once again through Stacey. Couple of options inside 54. Em at ground level and emerging with the football. Bryant around the corner towards goal, missing to the near side. 8-7 plays 6-7 at the moment, 55-43.
Yeah, they're just finding it easy to get it out of the middle there. Forward clearances are coming much easier than Mount Pleasant's at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're just hemming the ball in for large portions as well. Repeat entries, wearing down the defence. front there. Speed again. He has been sensational today. His kick goes inside 50, and another opportunity here for the Bothwell Rabbits. There's a good kick in there from Speed.
On Jimmy Webster too, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So an opportunity here for Cox. Seasoned campaigner.
Yep, he can play as well.
Terrific. One of the better Tasmanian footballers of the last 10 or so years, you'd have to say. And a chance here for Cox as he crosses 50. Bit of an angle to try and navigate. The kick is on the way. Jake Cox nails it. And the Rabbits are up and about at Mount Pleasant. 9-7-61. They lead Mount Pleasant 6-7-43. Cox kicks his second goal of the contest. And Bothwell's momentum continues.
Yeah, 3 goals up now. And to think they were nearly 5 goals down there in the first quarter, it's a decent turnaround. But yeah, Mount Pleasant need to match it basically. Try to do something here. I think changes need to be made.
Yeah, it's 1 goal 2 for Mount Pleasant since quarter time against 9 goals 5 by the looks of my scoreboard. So
Yep.
domination from Bothwell since quarter time, it must be said. It was just that one Tom Birchall goal late in that second quarter that halted a bit of momentum, but they've picked up when they left off. Here's an opportunity for the Mounties. Kick goes inside 50, spills out the back, a foot race now. Birchall's there, can't quite get. Boots a ball. All still alive here though for Mount Pleasant. Desperate stuff for the Bothwell defence, trying to get his kick away while being tackled right on the line. The umpire has a call to make. The umpire says that the mark's okay. The Mount Pleasant fans thought that was through for all money.
There was millimetres in that.
I can see some calls of the arc from a few of the Mount Pleasant faithful. We've got some technology here, not quite that today. Maybe that's one for 2027. Brian O'Reilly used some of his media money to get an arc set up here at Mount Pleasant as we go back to the middle of the ground. Here come the Rabbits through the middle, looking to turn defence into offence. Speed with ball in hand, moves it on quickly as he so often has today. Bit of a wonky kick, too much on it for Triffett. Now trying to track back and get the footy is Bryant. Mount Pleasant throwing everything at him defensively, but he keeps his feet, eventually goes down to Bryant, tied up against the line. The ball's going to stay in play for the moment. Eventually goes out of bounds, and the Lasso rule means it'll be a Bothwell ball. Improving the angle and pumping the ball in is Speed, right to the goal line. No one able to take it cleanly. Runners at ground level for both sides. Mount Pleasant emerge with the football, kick there in the direction of Ford, who takes a really good mark. Charlie Ford. Ford goes in the direction of Byers and taking the ball over and out. There go the Rabbits, that time through Ryan Backhouse. So we've played 17 minutes in this third quarter, and Bothwell have turned this game on its head since quarter time. No, the Mounties have the firepower there. They just need to try and arrest some momentum in this contest. Through the middle, Langridge sold a little bit of candy, tried to get the ball moving on. Only as far as Franklin. Pumps the ball inside 50. Good body work in that contest from both players. No one able to take it cleanly, and the umpire intervenes.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant to me just feels like they're under pressure every time. You know, they're not moving the ball quite as cleanly as they were in the first quarter. A few mistakes here and there. Bothwell just with the momentum still.
Yeah, absolutely. So that ball squirts out. Speed unable to get there first. Plenty of players around this contest. Handballs it back, just losing his footing temporarily there was Langdale. Able to get back onto his feet. Players just throwing themselves at this contest at the moment. Umpire says holding man free kick going the way of Jay Webster.
Yeah, that's the younger of the Webster boys.
So Webster with ball in hand opts to go to the outside of the ground. A really good kick there to Jimmy. Jimmy goes in short. He finds Gardner. Gardner in the direction of Hazelwood. Bone does really well defensively. Wins the footy, kicks it for distance. It's going to go out of bounds. So a Mount Pleasant ball, but it was a good defensive effort there from Bone.
Doing his shoelace up. Jimmy Webster, is that a AFL strategy, do we think? Learned that at St Kilda, maybe?
Haven't seen the placard from Dak out of the bench or anything, but as Webster brings the ball back into play, finds Harback. Harback's going to go short to his man there in Davis. Probing lead inside 50 from a couple of players. He eventually kicks it out in the direction of Birchall. Couldn't quite hold the mark. They've got numbers at ground level. Feeds the ball back to Birchall. Spilled what he'd usually take. Birchall, calm and composed, does pretty well there. Gathers the footy outside of the boot. Kicks in the direction of players. Can't quite get there. But in the goal square, the ball's taken and the goal is kicked by John Geard. Now, it wasn't the prettiest of goals, but it's effective nonetheless, and just what the doctor ordered for Mount Pleasant. 7-7-49, they trail Bothwell 9-7-61, and that is John Geard's second goal of the contest.
Yeah, Birchall just creating opportunity there, just in front of the change rooms here in front of us, able to find some space and gather the ball after not been able to gather it beforehand. So we'll up to him, and Johnny Geard working hard there, just in the forward square or the goal square, and exactly what they needed. 2 goals down now.
He just looked cool and calm under pressure, didn't he, Birchall? The ball's going towards its boundary line, didn't panic, worked his way through, and just a clever kick.
That's right. The easy thing would have been to soccer it along or to try to do that, but they made the most of the opportunity.
Webster moves the ball into the middle of the ground. Mount Pleasant, can they just turn the screws here a little bit? Not on that occasion. Ball comes back. McShane gathers the footy, kicks into the middle of the ground, half forward at least. Ball taken there from Bailey Chaplin. Hands the ball out wide. The numbers here should favour Mount Pleasant. They'd want to keep that ball in, but in the end, punched over and out for a throw in.
Yeah, well done there from Riley Robson.
So, don't know if we've seen. I was just about to say, I haven't seen Booth emerge. He's going back towards the bench now, but looks very, very sore. So, I doubt we see him again, but we'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, lower back by the looks of that. Still got a pretty bad knock.
Ball thrown back into play. Webster turns tackler. Ball gets out. Coming in, Davis. Wrapped up in a tackle, cries of ball. Umpire doesn't agree. Only as far as Bothwell though, as they drive the ball towards 50. Mark taken. Extension of the levers, and the grab's taken there from Cox.
Yep. Now Franklin just in the right spot at the right time there. He was the last man to receive the handball chain there, and Cox with the arms outstretched. Good mark.
Yeah, really good grab there from Cox. Extended the arms and took it at the highest point he could. So, chance here for Jake Cox, looking for his third goal. Second of the quarter if he nails it. Kick is on the way. Umpire does a bit of a shuffle, but it's through the middle. Good finish there for Bothwell via Jake Cox. They march on to 10-7-67. Mount Pleasant 7-7-49. The response is delivered from the Rabbits. And the challenge being thrown down to Mount Pleasant here.
Back in the side this week, Jake. He was one of a few players they rested last week. Has only played. This is his 6th game of the year. Sort of came in when numbers were a bit short for Bothwell, and he's made his mark.
Yeah, widely renowned as one of the best players of the modern TSL era, Jake Cox.
26 goals, sort of in those 5 games, or 5 games until now.
Go back in the middle, ticking into the last couple of minutes of this third quarter. Really important few minutes in the game, you'd expect. Any further damage on the scoreboard would be all sorts of trouble for Mount Pleasant. But the other way, it can really give them a big boost on the eve of the last break.
Especially given we've seen this top end here to be the scoring end for the first 2 quarters, but Bothwell have shown us that that can be done down at the far end there. So this last quarter could be fascinating.
Certainly will. Ball thrown into play. Neither ruckman able to get any real clear advantage at all. Players diving in from everywhere. The umpire's going to say holding the footy. So free kick going away of Mount Pleasant, but probably in the last 90 seconds or so of the third quarter, I'd imagine. As Webster drives the ball down the line. Can Mount Pleasant create some carnage. You kick a late goal. Clever kick off the ground. Numbers here able to work around for Mount Pleasant as Webster's kick, short one, finds Geordie Byers. Look to kick the ball inside 50. He was going to go long, but just lowered his eyes and saw Hazelwood late. Clever kick outside of the boot.
Yeah, he had the lead from Bone on that occasion. Had some space.
He looks to kick the handball off. Chance here. Birchall from the paint of 50. The captain's goal is through! Cometh the moment, cometh the captain, Tom Birchall. Fantastic finish. And that's exactly what Mount Pleasant needed on the eve of three-quarter time.
Yeah, his fourth goal for the game. Tommy Birchall back in the side this week. As we said before, he had the 4 games off through injury. But yeah, that does bring the scoreboard a lot closer together. Bothwell 10-7 at 67. Mount Pleasant 8-7 55. So an even 2 goals. Likely to be the three-quarter time score.
Well, he kicked a goal after the siren at the end of the first quarter, late in the second term, and he's done it again right before the three-quarter time siren, Tom Birchall, to get Mount Pleasant in this game. The Mounties 8-7-55 trail Bothwell 10-7-67. 2 goals the margin at the final change. A direct ticket to the grand final is well and truly up for grabs. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers. Birchall with 4, 2 to John Geard, 1 to Hazelwood and 1 to Wade Booth. While for Bothwell, 3 to Jake Cox. 2 goals to Braden Chaplin, 2 to Simon Bryant, 2 to Caleb Triffett and 1 to Brody Speed. You are tuned into the AFL Taz ODFA live stream. Thanks to Harrison Agents, Bennett's Petroleum, IGA and the Southern Midlands Council. You do not want to go anywhere. The final quarter action is coming up next after this short break. Three quarters down, one to go in this semi-final between the Mount Pleasant Mounties and the Bothwell Rabbits. Everything on the line. 8-7-55. Mount Pleasant play Bothwell. 10-7-67. 2 goals of difference. Last quarter underway on the AFL Tas. No ODFA live stream. Direct ticket to the grand final on offer. Webster gets the handball off, but I think he's been dealt with after the fact. Free kick going all the way back to Jimmy. They're asking for it to be downfield, and it will.
Yep.
So,
yeah, Charlie Ford will take us by the looks of that. So, off to Jimmy Webster.
So Webster lowers his eyes, kicks up towards Byers, does really well there, Geordie Byers. Quickly wheels and goes, and his kick just punched away in the nick of time. A freight train was coming the other way there. Able to just interfere enough, but the ball's going to come back inside 50 here for Mount Pleasant. Byers the target, unable to take the ball cleanly. Mount Pleasant looking to lock this ball in, attacking 50, and they do. So if you're just tuning in, it was the first 5 goals of the game went Mount Pleasant's way. Bothwell wrestled control back. The late goal from Tom Birchall in that third quarter has just put a bit of life back into the Mounties campaign. That ball taken pretty well coming across the front of the pack. Now fanning the ball out wide, go Bothwell. Broadcast side of the ground. Now Pleasant bathed in sunshine. Magnificent day for football. And a really good crowd here as well as that ball's taken over the line.
Just a shout out, Anthony, to Kurt Flynn. He broke his foot by the sounds of it in the earlier game for Tribunner. He's currently down at the Royal, so just a shout out to him and to all the guys at Tribunner there. But obviously not ideal. Causing him, of course, to go down to 17 men for the remainder of the game. But yeah, our thoughts are with Kurt.
They certainly are. It was a valiant effort for much of the game, but Campania too strong. They'll play the loser of this game next week for a spot in the granny. So that kick goes inside 50. Quick snap away. Looks pretty good. It looks very good. Mount Pleasant get another, that time through Geared.
Yep.
He kicks his third. Mount Pleasant have the last 2 goals and cut the margin back to 1 straight kick. We have a bit of a classic brewing here, I think, Nick.
We do. Yep, it is narrowing right up. Good snapshot there from Geared. Just made the most of the opportunity. And 1 goal down they are at the moment. Pretty early in the quarter, 2 minutes 30 down. Bothwell, of course, aiming for their 3rd straight grand final appearance. Mount Pleasant haven't been in the grand final since 2021 when they won it that year. They won that year in 2019, the 2 years in a row. But of course, the COVID year 2020, we didn't play footy up here. So Mount Pleasant refer that as back to back with the gap.
Absolutely,
with the two premierships,
as they should as well. Around the ball here, you just see Webster, Birchall around the footy for Mount Pleasant. The big guns are in there. Davis was in there too. Very, very good around the football. They get the ball out now to half forward. Kick goes inside 50, a spearing ball in. It was a great pass from Langridge and an even better mark that was taken there by Byers.
He worked hard, Langridge. He had a lot of space and potentially, a bit of pressure coming his way, but was able to gather it, compose, and great mark there to Carrot Byers.
Yet to kick a goal today, Mitch Byers, who's been lively. Yet to hit the scoreboard, so an opportunity here. Almost directly in front. Straight over the umpire's hat. Mount Pleasant get another. And even Stevens here at the Mount Pleasant ground. 10-7 apiece. 67. Almost 4 minutes gone in this final term. And scores are all level. His back the way of the Mounties.
First goal of the game, wasn't it, for Mitch?
Certainly was, yeah.
Just looking through my list of goal kicks there, and was a bit surprised not to see him there, but yeah, that's his 31st goal for the year. Kicked 6 goals here last week against Woodsdale. Scored the level.
Interesting, 7 of the 10 Mount Pleasant goals coming out of Tom Birchall and John Geard. Really good return from those two guys.
We haven't talked about what happens if scores are tied. It is extra time is the simple answer, but we'll get to that if we need to.
Our trustworthy timekeepers in front of us. They'll be just keeping a close eye on that for us as well as that ball comes in towards Webster. Tries to move the ball on. Pressure being applied here. Mounties just turning the screw a little bit. Kick goes down the line and the mark's taken. Looking to move the ball on quickly, finding Birchall. So Birchall assesses his options, decides just to pump the ball in long inside 50. His tall timbers down there, no one able to take the mark cleanly. Quick handball off, opportunity here, Byers for 2 in a minute. Byers kicks another. Mount Pleasant get the lead back, 11-7, 73. Bothwell 10-7, 67. And Mitchy Byers with 2 goals in the space of about 90 seconds. Bang, bang go the Mounties.
Exactly what the doctor ordered there. Their Mounties back in front by a goal. Bothwell need to look at responding now.
Yeah, that's a big moment this game. Really good finish there from Byers.
So 3 goals to none so far this quarter. Yep. 3 goals in 6 minutes. So yeah, that's exactly what Mount Pleasant needed. Exactly what Zach Webster would have asked for.
Absolutely. So go back into the middle. Jimmy Webster wrapped up.
Yeah, Pleasant of course finishing top of the ladder with just the 1 loss. So yeah, 14 wins and the 1 loss. First on the finished top of the ladder since 2021.
Charlie Ford's kick up towards half forward, emerging with the football there was Harback. Kicks it out. His erection. Hazelwood able to take the ball, so we'll have a stoppage inside 50. Great view of it here on the live stream. Umpire Phillips to throw the ball up. And the ball down there was Drew.
We're doing the same lap about an hour ago.
They've been busy.
They've been wandering the paddock in the background there.
The GPS numbers will be through the roof, I reckon, for a few of the sheep out the back there today.
Need some Telstra tracking numbers, don't we?
Absolutely. They've been a fantastic view of it. Just a great place for footy, Mount Pleasant. Fantastic day for us today as well. Magnificent conditions. As Drew wins that tap down. Webster doubles back, handballs over his shoulder, keeps the ball in motion now for Mount Pleasant. Long kick towards the line, but missing a lot, out of bounds on the full. Just feel a bit of tension around the joint at the moment, Nick. This game's certainly on a knife's edge. 6 points the difference in favour of the hosts. I've seen both teams just with big waves of momentum throughout this contest. It just feels like a real arm wrestle at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. People have stuck around from the first game. I doubt many would have left to watch this game, and incredibly close.
Yeah, plenty of Campania and Tribunner hoodies and shirts around, no doubt about that, from the first game. Ball up towards half forward, keeping the ball moving here are the Mounties. Byers gets around one, clever little kick, unable to quite find his teammate. Handball over the top, but paddled through for a minor score. So that takes the margin out to 7 points in favour of Mount Pleasant. Just heading the ball in. They're attacking 50 at the moment of the Mounties. Bothwell finding it difficult to meaningfully get out of there. That kick had all sorts of risk, but it was well executed. The mark not paid, so play on. And the tackle laid is going to be high. Free kick going away at Mount Pleasant. Quickly dished off to Webster. Webster long and strong. Flying high and almost taking a spectacular grab.
Point.
And the point is kicked with the ball hitting the post. That would have been an absolute screamer.
Mitchy Byers getting some real hang time there.
He's hot at the moment, isn't he, Mitch Byers? He's up and about.
2 goals this quarter. He's in amongst it now again.
Pressure being applied here from Mount Pleasant. Bothwell just trying to work their way through as Hazelwood emerges with a footy. A couple of Mount Pleasant fans were celebrating as soon as it left the boot.
Very excited. There's supporters down here.
So 11-10 going Mount Pleasant. Margin out to 9 points. And that's a really disappointing outcome there for Bothwell. Mark taken. They move the ball on quickly. And in a much better spot, the umpire is going to say his ball.
Must have been touched off the boots, was it? It looked like a mark, but
yeah, it looked to be.
Tolleford must have heard the play on call. I didn't hear it.
No real demonstration from Mount Pleasant either, so play on we go. Dangerous spot here if you're a Bothwell defender, and especially when the ball's turned over to Flynn Langridge. Done some good things today, has Langridge.
He has, yeah. First year up at Mount Pleasant from Sorrel. Done some good things. He's worked hard, trained hard. But been given plenty of opportunities. He's made the most of them.
Langridge, not the kick he would have liked though. Might still work out okay. However, the mark's taken.
That's a good mark.
Yeah, really good mark there from Ford.
Yep, Tolleford. Yes, Tolleford.
So, not the kick he would have liked there, Langridge. Bothwell are just being hemmed in there in this last line of defence. They cannot get the ball out. That kick away. Falls between a few players. It could work out okay here for the Rabbits. Handball back. Then from Isles. Buys a bit of room. There's a bunch of Rabbits around this football here. Legging free kick. Eventually going to go their way. Kick down the line. Triffitt's there in front. Unable to take the grab. He's got a couple of Mounties hanging off him. Just applies a bit of pressure. Good tackle there. And umpire sees advantage. Play on. No, they'll bring it back. Free kick going away of Triffitt. Looking at his options. He'd probably like a Triffitt to kick to. Kicks it deep inside 50. Ball at the front. Trying to work his way through. There was Morgan. Webster applies the tackle. Umpire's ball. So first real meaningful attacking foray Bothwell have had for a period of time. Big moment in this game here. Ball thrown up. Drew wins the tap down. Sokolski thereabouts. So too Birchall. Ball bouncing off players. It's going to be over and out for a throw in. Directly in front of us here. Directly in front of the Canberra area.
Both teams got to dig deep now. 9 points the difference. Be a week off if they fall the winning team, and straight in the grand final in a fortnight of openings.
Umpire's ball once again. Just feel the tension and anticipation around the ground here. Ball one down. Emerging with the football, go Mount Pleasant. Handball off from Shank. Went in the direction of Harback, who's gone up to half forward now with that kick. Scrappy footy. Bothwell trying to work their way through. Bone just got the handball away. Out in the direction there of Rogers, his skipper. Trying to trap the footy. And doing so eventually. Kick now comes out to Morgan on the wing. Got a bit of room. Morgan's kicks a good one to Isles. Josh Isles with an up and under, bit of a rainmaker. Who's going to bring this one down? Jimmy Webster will.
Eyes on the ball. Very classy.
His experience this last quarter has been immense so far. Webster finds Harback. Harback to Birchall. Takes one bounce. Tom Birchall. 4 goals to his name so far. Kicks it inside 50. Hazelwood can't quite trap the footy. Potentially taken down off the ball. Bone with a bit of a blind turn and a kick. It's going to work out okay. Will it? No, it won't. Webster cuts the ball off. Immediately tackled. Got his ball away. Bothwell with some numbers. Take the footy out towards Chaplin on the wing, who just lost his footing at the crucial moment. Bounces back up there like a cat. Now involved in the contest, and that will split the difference for the umpire.
He did well there, Braden Chaplin, to hold that in. Mount Pleasant reinforcements were hovering. Tom Birchall was over there, and Harback, and Chaplin did well to hold it up.
Yeah, got to his feet so quickly there, did Chaplin. Half the contest as we have the ball thrown up. We've played nearly 14 minutes in this final term. 11-10-76 plays 10-7-67. Have another stoppage just in front of the scoreboard here at Mount Pleasant. Something of absolute heritage in Tassie footy, that scoreboard. Magnificent. Umpire take the footy back once again.
It's a good call, Anthony. We've got electronic scoreboards at some of the other grounds, most of the other ones. I'd be sad to see this one converted, if it ever happens. Hopefully it doesn't.
An iconic view, isn't it? Looking over there. As Mount Pleasant emerge with the football. Kick up towards half forward. First back to the footy should be Turner. Has some Mounties hot on his heels. Reinforcements eventually come in through Rogers. The 2 number 7s going head to head. Rogers and Geared. Umpire will have to split the difference.
Wears his heart on his sleeve, Trent Rogers, captain of the side this year. Gives his all.
Time just keeps ticking away here in this one. Margin sitting at 9 points. Ball goes up to half, or the wing, I should say, attacking side of the wing for Bothwell. Trying to work his way through, but holding the footy, says the umpire. Just unable to get the ball away. Great pressure here from Mount Pleasant. Kick into true centre half forward position. Gardner. See something he likes. Kicks it inside 50. Bit of a pack forms. Bone got a fist involved in that one, I reckon. Now laying the tackle and doing a pretty good job was Crack. Ball still in motion. Umpire lets it go on. Eventually paying the free kick for holding the man.
Some pretty anxious people here in front of us. Not one person has left the ground recently. Decent sized crowd too in front of the club rooms here.
Yeah, great day of footy, absolutely. And a big finish coming up, no doubt about that, as Stacey has the ball, defensive side of the wing. Jordan Stacey kicks a little centrally. Now the Rabbits should have some numbers here out the back. What can they generate from this opportunity? Clever kick outside of the boot. Speed's going to play on. Brody Speed with a panic. Takes a couple of bounces and kicks it through for a goal. He had Trippett there as reinforcement, but took the onus himself. There was heart and mouth with that bounce, but he nails the goal, and the margin is cut back to 3.
Wow, what a game we've got on here. 3 points to margin. 8.5 minutes to go here at Mount Pleasant, second semi-final. The direct tickets to the 2026 ODFA Grand Final is on the cards. There's some blood here too from Mount Pleasant. Plenty of rotations happening, but the ball coming back into the middle now.
Yeah, so we're ticking into well and truly into the last 10 minutes now of this contest, and margin's just 3 points. Speed, who's been one of the prime movers for Bothwell today, one of the young guns of the competition, takes his moment. Back in the middle. Who is going to have the medal late in this game? Kick squirted out there at the pack. Excellent mark from Craig Harback. Backing back. Kicks the ball a little more centrally. Really good kick there from Harback. Good composure, and finds Flynn Langridge, who had a shot from a similar spot. Went to dish the handball off, but then brought back. The prime position there was Geared. He was licking his lips.
Indeed he was. But he's been straightened up. Flynn Langridge to have the shot.
And Gid was just eyeing off goal number 4, wasn't he? So Langridge kicking from right on the paint of 50. Always looking to the right. He's quite got the distance on the kick. He doesn't. Bone comes across. Ball still alive here. Dangerous spot for the Bothwell defence. Mount Pleasant. Plenty of numbers around this football. So too the Rabbits. Keeping the ball alive. And kicking the goal. The Mounties manufacture something. A fantastic finish.
Is that Langridge, I think?
Just having a look on the screen here, waiting for him to turn around and just show us his number.
I think it is Langridge.
That's a really, really good finish. He just manufactured something there for the Mounties. Really good finish and crucial immediate response.
It was a Charlie forward potentially.
Langridge it was. So really good finish from Flynn Langridge in a big moment in this game. Margin back out to 9. Umpire's ball in the middle of the ground. 9 points the difference. We're at the 19-minute mark of this last quarter. 25-minute flat is what we play here in the ODFA. Umpire's ball once again. Ball thrown up. Webster tried to kick off the ground. Rogers with the kick, going the other way. And push free kick has been paid. First line reversed it. Tense moments here in this game. You can hear the crowd's reactions. Triffett caught in the back of the pack. Ball to the top of the goal square. Tracking back and rolling over and out for a throw in. Dangerous spot. Bothwell have the ball in a good spot here.
Got to convert here, Bothwell. 5 minutes to go. 9 points down.
You can just feel the atmosphere, can't you, Nick? This is great, desperate finals footy stuff. Players tumbling over the contest here. Bodies swarming everywhere. Umpires footy.
They'll be happy just for a few stoppages here, Mount Pleasant, if they can get away with it.
Yeah, we're inside the last 5 now. So every moment so crucial at this stage of the game. Handball's back in a little bit of trouble. Gee, a push right near the post there. It's going to be another throw in. So right into the ground here for Bothwell. See Zach Webster sending his runner out to give some messages.
Cody Morgan's there, Caleb Triffus.
Triffett goes to take the ball himself, spills it, picks it back up, wrapped up in the tackle, umpire's ball again.
Set up on.
So, from a Mount Pleasant perspective, they've just burnt about 2 minutes off the clock. Triffett, clever tap, opportunity here, handball's back, now with the goal square, kicking through, slapping his chest, what a moment for Bothwell. Jaden Walker kicks the goal, and the Rabbits get the crucial finish to cut the margin back to 3. What a finish there. Clever stuff, just tapping on from a couple of Bothwell players, and Walker takes his opportunity.
Yeah, I like what Cody Morgan did there, just kept the ball alive, tapping it forwards, not giving up. And Jaden Walker, young fellow who moved to Bothwell this year, played a good side for the last few years, but has found his place here in the team, and got his first goal for the day.
Wow. So we're almost into the last 3 minutes of this game. The margin's 3 points. Umpire's whistle, free kick going Mount Pleasant's way. So Davis has the ball in the centre circle. Drives the ball towards 50. Bit of a cruel bounce, opens the door here for Bothwell. Tracking back, handball off. Gear kicks the ball inside 50. Unable to take the grab. Ball bouncing towards the boundary line. Just kept in play. Handball goes off. Still alive here for Mount Pleasant. Byers' kick is a good one. Finds Hazelwood. He'll take his full allocation of time. And as we tick across 22 and a half minutes, this could be the crucial moment in this last quarter from Hazelwood. He'll use all of his experience, all of the time afforded to him. He's kicked 1 goal so far today, quite a few looks at it, but a chance here to call game. Joel Hazelwood, steady in his approach and misses.
Bothwell going possession now.
Wow.
2 minutes to go on the clock.
12-11, 83, plays 12-7, 79. Numbers here should favour Mount Pleasant. Unable to take the ball cleanly by McShane. Davis just got the handball away. Desperate stuff here. Under 2 minutes left in this contest. The margin, 4 points. The ball's on the wrong side of the wing here for Bothwell, but with a quick break, anything is possible.
Jaden Walker's first goal for Bothwell too this year out of all the games he's played on.
23 and a half minutes into this last quarter. Another stoppage. Desperate stuff. A direct ticket to the grand final is on offer. Who is going to be able to seize their opportunity? It's Mount Pleasant with the advantage at the moment on the scoreboard. What can Bothwell do? Plenty of tackle pressure. The umpire will come in to intervene once again. 60 seconds on the clock. Crucial stoppage here. Defensive side of the wing for Bothwell. Can they get this ball out? There are bodies everywhere. Webster directing his players to back.
That's right. Bothwell got to allow some space too to get the ball out.
45 seconds left, Nick Finlay. Every moment is eating away here. It's going to benefit Mount Pleasant. Can Bothwell produce something? Kick in the middle of the ground. Genuine one-on-one. Sokolski with ball in hand. Gets it off to his teammate and Stacey. He's wrapped up. We're into the last 20 seconds.
Big tackle from Jimmy Webster.
Yeah, huge moment in this game. You feel like that's going to be it. A miracle from here for Bothwell. Mount Pleasant hold the ball up. Ball comes out. Kicking inside 50 and calling game. The Mounties are through to the grand final in a remarkable game of football. What an arm wrestle. They hold on 12-11, 83 to 12-7, 79. Mount Pleasant are through to the 2026 ODFA decider to be played in 2 weeks' time. Bothwell, they'll need to bounce back against Campania next week. But the Mounties are through to the grand final. Nick Finlay, what a game of football.
Amazing game of football, yeah. 4 points the difference. Pretty seesawing there after Mount Pleasant sort of kicked away in the first quarter. Bothwell, to their credit, they came back. Hit the lead there for a bit, but Mount Pleasant were able to rally, particularly after three-quarter time, I thought. And yeah, to hold on for the win. That's their first grand final appearance since their 2021 decider. They'll have the week off, and yeah, as you say, Bothwell now need to come up against Campania, and yeah, funnily enough, this is what happened last year with Bothwell not winning the second semi, but as we know, they came back and produced the goods, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, regardless of who wins next week, if we have a grand final that's as good as this today, it's going to be an absolute cracker. Fantastic game of football. 2 great games, but that was an absolute treat to call. We'll quickly run through the goal kickers. For Mount Pleasant, 4 to Tom Birchall, 3 to John Gear, 2 to Mitch Byers, both in the last quarter. Singles to Flint Langridge, Joel Hazelwood and Wayne Bothwell for Bothwell. 2 each to Braden Chaplin, Simon Bryant, Brody Speed, Caelan Triffett. 3 goals to Jake Cox. Fantastic game of football. An absolute pleasure to call. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Harrison Agents, Spanish Petroleum, IGA and partner the Southern Midlands Council. Big thanks to you, Nick Finlay, for your work on the call today, to Andrew McCarthy on the camera and Ash Hooks in the studio. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring this game to you. Our timekeepers done a magnificent job as well as they make their exit from the seat. But a great game of footy, a great display of ODFA football, and an absolute treat to call. Mount Pleasant go through to the grand final in a fortnight's time. Make sure you join us on the AFL Tas live stream in a couple of weeks for the return of Tubes Taylor, which will be absolutely fantastic. Thank you for your company, and bye for now.